trailblazing must be...
Amphorius, the Eternal Land.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. So you haven't been with us on the Express very long. Huh? Has it been that long?
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion, too. They don't know we're considering Amphorius as a destination.
Yeah. Plus, even if we pass Amphorius over, we've still got a fuel problem to solve.
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime soon.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine. I wonder if the hole in the Tychean Stadium has been repaired.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutralized. They're just putting on a show. I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Now, who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there, each one more outlandish than the last.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and... what was it again? That the chaos was only quelled because of an accident? Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
Well, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him. Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history, like what happened to the Black Plum family back then, without even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head, though. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez, are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine inspection. A move to heighten security, if you will. Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see.
We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh. Do you recall when or where we might have met?
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can rely on in Penacony now.
The only one you can rely on, huh? What about her?
At least, she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you, eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
You're right. I won't deny that.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts. I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
All right, then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
Feeling lucky. I see 2 bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
We've been through this. Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence.
Well, you certainly don't have much of one if you can break.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same.
Holy moly! Can you?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end. When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future.
Okay, I get it already. Yeah, but wait, I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like. As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by making amends for past deeds. When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good.
Can't you just look back on it from a...
There's something else I want to do too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen.
Get off your high horse.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight, and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. The same applies when bidding my home farewell to...
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder's one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Ugh.
Sorry, but...
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation. You can...
What? What are you talking about? I need... Mr. One Week. Please excuse me, I should have recognized you earlier.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't...
There's nothing much to say, actually. We blood...
Aftermath.
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me.
Oh, I see. Coming back to the topic of the park.
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken.
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance?
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
You shouldn't have said that just now.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day. In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show this place is no exception.
Let's see what we have on these notes. consumption of food except for burgers. What? No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things.
What happens if I...
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Huh. Try me.
Wait, don't...
Ah,
That's odd.
didn't I tell ya? The fam... Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out. Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable rule.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member.
Huh?
Let's try that again.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path.
You've been iron-fisted since you were little. Wait a sec. If this is how violations are corrected, then...
I tried to warn you. How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
So, can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now? Do not discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd.
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Something's happening. Huh. What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
Please do not use Soul Glad bottle cap. Dream Jolt troop, where? Are they hiding? Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps. So the Dream Jolt troop, where? Oh, there it is. Found a good hiding spot.
Just one moment.
Let me...
I'm afraid you're going to have...
handle this. Wait.
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
Whew. Luck's on our side. Looks... Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens? Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule? They can't be seriously going that far, right? No. Hey, look out!
More season. Like that. I'm honored by... Since you're already here, why not have a meal before we leave?
Cut in the net.
My back.
Time to mix things up.
Thank you for your generosity.
Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
A little more heat.
In the mood for another beating?
Stand still.
I hit the mark.
Relax. Say bye to
The
breathing.
dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions,
Ugh. Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
Enough. The location of the distortion is nearby.
Oh, there it is. Huh.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary.
Whoa. It worked.
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile,
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a...
sometime before I turned 6, like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize.
You never forget times of failure.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure. What is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all... When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But... I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now. We should go.
So, where are we heading next?
Oti Mall. are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family... You okay?
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on. Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Thank you.
Whew, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why? We needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep your... I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days. Come now. It's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do. Seems I let my wishful thinking get the best of me.
I will, but before I do, put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression. Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, as you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell.
Agreed. But, until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
You have my gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too. No, that said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony, too?
Come with me. We'll go find them.
Okay, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
We're here. They should be somewhere nearby.
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case?
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain...
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here? Or these ladies?
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms? I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your Could there be more to it? Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the garden. It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home? Looks like this is one exceptional passenger.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask her instead? Not now. Of all times. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting-Yun for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into...
Did something happen in the dream?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but she insisted on us giving it a...
What happened?
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so... Miss Ting-Yun ate the candy, too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze.
What's your...
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind. There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from...
Mr. Yang? Who is this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful. Help me remove my disguise, Wanwi.
It's been a while, everyone.
You! What's going on?
Everyone, stay calm. I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest, but to prevent any Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. heavyweight who pummeled this control freak?
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting-Yoon. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
Let's leave this discussion for later.
That's not gonna be easy.
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yoon to come together to form the Ting-Yoon Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so...
I guess I can consider it. There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to her.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home.
Yes, more specifically, the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the eye of the storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Story for another time.
I don't have much to go on now.
This Miss Ting-Yoon looks like she's sleepwalking. Why do I feel like it's not gonna be a wise move to interrupt her? Huh? Yikes! She's scary! Huh? You can't fly? I can. I can fly. I'll take you next time. Should we get someone to watch over her?
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own.
Even if that's true, it doesn't apply.
That sounds nice. But then again, gifts should... that sounds like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though,
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Ting-Yoons don't...
So, what do you think?
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way?
The problem with Miss Ting-Yoon is just as I suspected before. That prank shot, in other words. It means the Ting-Yoons we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. The only problem is that these Miss Ting-Yoons are too caught up in their own world.
One that we can speak with, but it may take me a while to identify her.
Oh, were you all looking for me? Oh, were you all looking for me?
Found her! If I remember correctly...
It's nothing special, really.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start...
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain.
There's no need for that.
Are you all right with this?
I go as the wind blows, so...
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, 1 week.
What the... Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Look! It's working!
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Miss Ting-Yun, you're finally back! You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Don't be afraid. What is this place? No matter what you see, you're not alone. Who are you? And who am I? Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead? That looks so familiar. Does she want to lead me somewhere?
the life support pod is ready.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager.
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand.
Excuse me. Can they not hear me? This girl is... Tingyun. What a familiar name.
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
These are...
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
The destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you?
I can't go to you. All I can do...
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's no need for that. It's too dangerous. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
My scars? Wait! Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Let's seize this fine moment. Share good fortunes.
May as well kill them all.
A little more heat. Hedge your bets.
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
How can it be? Why are there still so many of them? The ones from before weren't defeated either?
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can. You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction. Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh. No wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So... I'm trapped between life and death?
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand.
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world.
Be that as it may,
I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
How troublesome. But
survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path, and only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side. Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. But someone didn't agree with that assessment.
what about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, yet you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different.
My body feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately.
Regardless.
There's no need for that. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is... Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
Are you all right?
Did I pass out?
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected.
That's all right. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway.
So glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Tingyun is resolved...
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 week is in poor condition, so I'll leave Miss Tingyun in your hands.
Huh? But, Mr. Yang...
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll...
Okay. We better hurry then. This is ridiculous! How come I keep bumping into colleagues? This
Hmm.